Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Megan and I am so happy you are here. Today we have my first ever YouTube video and it is a cleaning motivation video with some cooking. I'm going to be making some chicken stew that is so delicious and perfect for winter time. So like I said, this is my first video and it's not perfect by any means, but I do plan on doing so much with this channel, like vlogs, grocery hauls, get ready with me's, stuff like that, so I will get better. But I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope it gives you the motivation you are looking for. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So it's about mid-morning and I'm starting my second load of laundry. We've already had breakfast and my husband's off to work, so I'm just going to start the second load and then I'm going to head upstairs and start putting away the dishes from last night and washing this morning's breakfast dishes. So just a little bit about me really quick. I am 26, I will be 27 in January. I am married and me and my husband have 2 kids together. We have a 2-month-old boy and a 2-year-old little girl, and then I have a 9-year-old boy and he has a 15-year-old boy, but we consider them all of our kids. So if anyone ever asks me, I just say we have 4 kids together. I am a stay-at-home mom and I decided to do YouTube just to give me a little bit of something else to do. I love watching videos like this and I thought it would be fun to join the community and hopefully put some good content out there. So I'm just taking and scrubbing that black little mat off because it builds up water, and then I like to wipe underneath it because water sometimes can get trapped in there and I don't like that, so I just try to remember to clean under that. But I'm just going to fill up my sink with some warm water and some dish soap and then start soaking my dishes for just a split second. That way I can start to get, like, if there's anything stuck on there, off, and then I'll start washing them. And if you catch me looking at my camera throughout the video, I haven't gotten used to it. It wants to stop after a certain period and I don't know how to fix that, so I just keep watching it. That way I know if it's stopped or not. And if you guys know how to fix that, can you please let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, I am an incredibly messy dishwasher. I'm constantly in a hurry. I've tried to be neat and it doesn't work out, so I just clean up my mess afterwards. Does anyone else have that problem? My husband's constantly telling me I am always in a rush, which he's not wrong. So now I'm just going to rinse out my sink and then I'm going to take this scrub brush right here and I'm going to scrub my sink. This has bleach and water in it. I got this idea from another YouTuber. She goes by the name of XOXO. I love watching her videos. Y'all should definitely go check her out. But yeah, I scrub my sink like this all the time, and I mean I use my washcloth too sometimes to scrub it if I'm in a hurry, but I love scrubbing my sink this way. And then I'm just gonna wipe down the whole sink area. And I just want to mention my sink is an older sink, so the chrome part has started to come off a little bit, stainless steel, whatever it's called. But Also, I use one of those scrubby bottom washcloths to wash my dishes because I can throw that in the washer and it's clean versus a sponge. I feel like for me, the sponges get gross and I'd rather just use one of those. And now I'm just going to take my Mrs. Meyer's in the lavender scent and spray my counters down and wipe them. And you guys have to excuse me, I'm still not experienced, so I accidentally put the spray bottle right in front of the camera, so I cut that clip short and learned my lesson this time and put it out of frame, so I'm sorry about that. Now I'm moving on to my stove. I do have my oven heating up. It's fixing to be lunchtime, so I'm gonna just pop some bagel bites in there in a few minutes. And now we're just gonna move over to this side of the counter. I have already sprayed it with some Mrs. Meyer's and I'm constantly rinsing out my rags as I'm wiping stuff down, and I wash my rags towards the end of the day unless I have already wiped up something else that it needs to be washed sooner. But this is my kitchen island. It is a complete and total catch-all. It has everything on it all the time. Like these rubber bands, my daughter decided she wanted to take out of the drawer and I had to pick them up and I put them there to clean up later. So I'm just gonna clean this off and wipe it down with some more Mrs. Meyer's. And you guys, I do want to mention that this house is very old. I mean, I think it was built in like the 60s. So we are currently remodeling it. So the color schemes are not matching and, you know, we're having to do everything ourselves and it's taking some time like most remodels do. And the fireplace is that white brick thing you're staring at right now. That was a pink color and we had German smeared that, and I love it. It completely changed the look and the feel of the house. But if you're wondering why the colors don't really match, this is why. We are currently remodeling. And now it is lunchtime, so I'm just gonna take these bagel bites and pop them in the oven. So now we are going to move on to my kitchen table, which is also very old. My husband and his brother actually used to eat at this table as kids. So in a way it's nostalgic, but it's just not my style. But we just kept it when we moved in, and eventually we will be getting a new one. But like I said, this house is very old. As you can see, I have paneling on the walls, and the floor, you know, is an older type of floor. So everything will be done in its own time. Where you see that discoloration right there on the floor is where we had a wall at one time, and there was a closet on the other side, and we had tore that wall down to make an open floor concept, and we will be putting a stained beam up like there is on the other side. Let me put you guys on to the bristle crosswave. This is the best thing ever. A friend of mine put me onto this, but this thing has two settings. There is an area rug and a hard floor setting, and then there is a little trigger that allows you to put out as much solution as you want. That's right there on the underneath, and then that is the solution tank, and then there is a dirty water tank that holds all the dirty water that you sucked up. But it has a brush, and there's another brush that doesn't have bristles, but the brush I'm using has bristles, and it spins and it cleans your floor and it sucks everything up like all in one, and I just call it a vacuum mop. It's literally the best thing. It cuts down on my cleaning time. I can get it done. I don't have to worry about it. It cleans my floor better than a normal vacuum or a Swiffer and a mop does. A Swiffer and a broom does itself. But That huge box you see there, we had recently gotten a new recliner, and that's the box that it came in, and my kids begged me to keep it, so I allowed them to keep it to play with it. Like, I used to love playing with boxes when I was a little kid, so I just let them keep it. And that discoloration you see right there on the floor is where we had tore a wall down to make more of an open floor concept, and we will be adding stained beams like on the other side of the fireplace that you will see here soon. And this is a relatively small kitchen, so I do not have a pantry, so that is what you are seeing right there where my Instant Pot is. That's a pantry that I just stack everything on. I got that from Lowe's. I eventually plan on changing that to something different, but we just needed something in the meantime when we first moved in. But that bag you see there has onions in it, and then my potatoes are next to it. That's where I keep those. Why not? But my trash can, I know it looks disgusting. I did clean that up off camera, but that's the reality. When you have kids, your trash can's gonna be disgusting because they don't care what they do to it when they throw stuff away. And right here you can see the beams that we had done on the other side of the fireplace, and that's what the beams will look like on the opposite side. But this is the living room in all its glory. This video was previously recorded, so since this, we have made a playroom for my little girl. So all her toys and her table and stuff are in her own little room. And that fireplace where you see the black cover, we're not using that no more. We thought we could, now we can't. So we had taken that out, and we had actually stoned and tiled the hearth since this video, and it looks really good. It's different, but it looks really good. And this is our picture window we have. I'm just gonna wipe this down. My daughter always puts her fingerprints all over it, so it needs a good wiping. I'm just going to sweep off this little area because my kids run all over it, and that's the only way I can really clean it good. So I just sweep it off, and then I'm gonna start moving into the living room with the crosswave. And that little treasure chest you see right there, we keep our diapers and our wipes in that. That was on that little fireplace landing right there, but it kept making scratches, so I had to move it, and that's the only place I really had to move it. And you see the towel right there on the black fireplace cover. That little area right there is kind of sharp, but since this video, we don't have that anymore. Since we moved all of my daughter's toys into her playroom, now I can work on getting some end tables. I'm gonna work on getting an area rug and a coffee table. We're gonna get new curtains. We're gonna redo this floor right here. This is the original floor that was in this house. It was under some really 70s carpet, but we're gonna have to sand this floor and stain it a more natural color. So that door you see there on the right, that is what is now my daughter's playroom. It was just an extra room we had shoved a bunch of stuff in, but I've cleared that room out, and further down the hall are our 2 boys' bedrooms. Now I'm just gonna put my daughter's table back in here, and I'm gonna wipe it down because she eats on it and it gets sticky and she colors on it. So just gonna give it a good wipe down and light this candle too. This candle's almost gone, but I'm just gonna use it up. It's a pumpkin scent from Glade. And I'm not done with the decor on the mantle, but that's just kind of what we had. So I just put it up there and we'll decorate it when I get more stuff. So this is the living room before, and this is the living room after I've cleaned it. It just looks and feels so much better. Time for some cooking. So this part of the video was recorded previously. I did want to stick it in this video though, so I'm going to be making some chicken stew. It's super delicious, but here I have 2 chicken breasts. They are boiling. It's about 11:40. I like to start my stews earlier in the day, that way all the flavors have time to just marry together, I guess you could call it. But these are going to boil till they are done, and then when they're done, I'm going to take them out and shred them in a separate bowl. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you everything that goes into this stew already. We have frozen peas and carrots, however many potatoes you want. We have some diced tomatoes, some whole kernel corn, some cream style corn. I like to use 2 cans, and I think I have 2 cans of diced tomatoes there as well. But salt, pepper, I have about 1.5 onions. Again, your preference, whatever you would like to do. If you like more, then add more. And we also have some chicken broth. I have about 2 containers of chicken broth I put in here, and that's it. So it's been about 17 minutes, and while that chicken is still boiling, I'm gonna start peeling the potatoes. And as I said, this video is previously recorded, and I'm very pregnant. And my daughter is helping me pick up all of the little potato peelings, but I'm just gonna wash the potatoes I peeled, and then we're going to dice them up. Totally your preference. Again, if you like big chunks, little chunks, absolutely whatever you want to do. So now I'm just going to dice up my onions, and I don't know about you guys, but I find this super satisfying. Alright, so now it's time to take out the chicken, and it is done. And it's about 12:21 now. So I'm just going to take it, put it in the bowl, and I'm going to shred it up. I'm going to take this chicken bouillon flavoring and just sprinkle it in there however much I feel like, and then I'm going to add all the vegetables and the meat, and then I'm going to stir it up, and it will be time to add the diced tomatoes. And then our corn, and after that, you guys, basically that's it. Just salt and pepper, and you're going to need some more salt and pepper after you put it in a bowl. We normally side this with some cornbread or just some bread, but this completes this video, you guys. I hope you try this recipe. It really is so good for winter time. I just want to thank you so much for watching. I know I need practice, but please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all in my next one.